Hi there. Welcome back to Belonging Songs, your weekly podcast that brings you a brand new original song each episode, then talks about the theme of that song and the processes that went into writing and recording it. I'm your host, Wade Dana. With me, as always, my good friends Patrick Crane.
Hi, Wade.
And Brad Maurer.
Hey there.
Hi, Patrick. How are you?
Good, buddy.
Good. Good to see you again.
You too.
Good to see you, Weatherby.
Yeah, you know, it's good to see everybody.
Yeah, I'm just glad Patrick's smiling again.
Eeyore.
So sad. Yeah. He had a case of the Eeyores for a minute, but we got him back on track.
He's back.
Everything's good.
Hi, Brad.
Hey, Patrick. Nothing fake here.
Hi.
No.
And hi, BSers.
Hi.
New episode, new week, new episode.
Yeah.
Did I just have a seizure? Or did he say that? I thought maybe I blacked out. My eyes rolled back.
That's for editing purposes.
Okay.
So, another song by me. And guess what? I don't like this one. So, this will make for a fun episode. Little story about this song. I wrote it back in 2014 and was going to let it die. But Brad and I were looking through songs one night trying to find content for this podcast because it's really hard to consistently write brand new songs all the time, even though we're trying our best. But we are falling back on some old stuff that hasn't been released that maybe we can finish and bring to you. This is one of those songs. I was going to let this die because it just doesn't work for me, or it wasn't working. Brad listened to it when we were here, and he convinced me to continue working on it and to bring it to the podcast and talk about it. And since most of my episodes have not been like a demo to done type of thing, this is a good opportunity to do that.
Right, yeah, because you have the opportunity to finish your stuff.
Right.
Right, so this will be fun.
So, Brad, how'd you know about this song before? Had you guys worked on it, played it, just came up in conversation?
Brad, you do play on this song.
Do I?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to come clean right now real fast.
Now's the time.
I remember the story and I remember everything that relates to the song except for the song. I don't remember. I could not hum this at all. But did I play on it?
Yeah, you do some guitars on it. It's one of those things where we probably were trying to do something one Friday night when we were getting together, and it was like, well, I got this thing. It's not like a song where we sat down and wrote together. It was just one where I was like, this is laying around. I don't know what to do with it.
We've done that a
lot. We laid some stuff down on it, and then maybe forgot about it for another 6 months and maybe came back to it. I don't know. I really don't like it as is, so I really want feedback from you guys on what you think I should do to make this better, to get it to a point where it's more listenable and finished.
I like the plan.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I remember having that conversation. And to answer your question, Patrick, every once in a while, Wade and I will stress out a little bit about content, like he just alluded to, and so we'll come through and just go through some old folders. And this was in one of them, and I was like, oh, don't let that die. Like, bring that back. And so
so Brad convinced
did you
me.
do anything to it since then? Like
Nope.
recently?
Nope.
So this is just right out of the out of the well.
Still shitty.
Yeah. Well, it's dead to you,
Right.
but it just needs.
But you're the one who listened to it.
Yeah.
And you said, no, I think this has something.
It needs some rejuvenation.
This is probably going to be my favorite song you brought to the
It
show.
could be. I think it's worth a listen, and if I liked it, I'm sure you're gonna like it, Patrick. So it'll be in good shape when it's done.
Okay, well, let's give it a
let's
listen
start it.
so then we can see what's wrong with it. It's called I Know How It Feels.
Let's walk right into it with a positive attitude, Wade.
Yeah.
Hi, Wade.
I know how it feels to think things will never change. I mean, how could such hopeless thoughts ever pass or be rearranged? It's a hard world, it's true. When all the tall orders fall through, sometimes when it all comes crashing down, you time with you. No, we don't mind wasting our time with you. I know that it's cruel for things to be this way. I mean, what a foul game that this world gave for us all to play. Sometimes you need to see what you have and forget about all of those that you can. We don't mind wasting our time with you. We don't mind wasting our time with you. I'll just sit here alone, get away. There's no point in going outside anyway. I'm not feeling so well, I got too much to do. I'll put out all the lights to keep my secrets from you. I'm all alone, I feel ashamed. I'm on my knees, I've lost my way. But I know how it feels to think things will never change. I mean, how could such hopeless thoughts ever pass or be rearranged? Yeah, it's a hard world, it's true. But there is help to make it through. So where are you going to? And what are you going to do? Where are you going to? What are you going to do? So, super sweet drums right off the bat.
Those drums are pretty awesome. What version of a Casio is it?
I think that's probably Reason.
It sounds like
redrum or
it
something.
sounds like the reason. I'm gonna start with the things I love about this
Yeah,
song because I do remember it now. Obviously, it hit me immediately as soon as
Yeah.
it started playing. I'm like, okay, yeah, this.
Well,
is
the
one.
first line, that part of the song, I think is the best part of the song.
Absolutely, but I think the vocal melody throughout the whole thing is really good.
I agree.
Like-
I think the vocals are actually incredible.
Yeah, I love the melody. So the way they're sung and how they're arranged, the big vocals in like the "It's a Hard World" is true. Love those.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I
you
wasn't
probably don't
sure
like
about
those. I love them. The only things I didn't like is just there's some of the background guitars which sound like I played them
You did.
that probably need to go away.
yeah,
I don't love
I think they're
those.
too busy in a
Yeah,
lot of
they need
parts.
to get it. Go bye. They sound like something I would have tried to do. Not sure why we left them. We probably just left them because we did it.
Because
and
this song
walked
never
away.
was finished.
I
Like,
think they
it's-
need to. Those are garbage. So probably need some different things to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's really.
I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, though. I think there's a couple spots.
What is that supposed to mean?
Throwing away
Drain-
babies in a dumpster.
just drain the bath. Just means get rid of everything
Actually,
except the vocals.
Do you even throw? Do you
Songs
throw
that-
out the water?
This would be.
Does anyone say let's throw out the
You
fucking
used
water?
to probably have to bail it out
Yeah,
of the
you used to
tub,
bail it out.
right?
Yeah, but you didn't throw it away. You didn't put it in a bin.
Yeah,
Throw it out in the yard.
Yeah, you throw it out in the
And really, why can't you throw a baby out in the
lot of
yard?
the point. I mean,
Yeah.
you could. Babies like yards, right?
Is that a legal arrow catch move?
You get an extra point for that.
The Yard Baby.
Yard Baby.
Yard
Yeah.
Baby.
Yard Babies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good band name.
is
No,
good
like
band.
a Yard Baby is like an errant shot, right? So like if you
Ooh.
shoot,
Oh,
it and
okay.
it goes wide, like, oh man, that's a total Yard, Baby.
Nice. Yeah. The Essers Arrow Catch is a game that we have come up with that we play in the summertime, and we'll talk about later in the future.
Legend.
That's all you need to know for right now.
Legend has it's existed since way before our time.
Right. It's kind of like we talked about finding like songs in guitars.
Yeah.
We had a Nerf bow and arrow, and we found a game in it.
We found a game in it. Yeah.
So
And it's-
it was already there.
Honestly, it's the best game I've ever played.
Absolutely.
Besides Catch.
Right.
Because that is the best
It's a
game.
combination.
So anyway,
Oh, sorry,
digress.
yeah.
bringing it back,
Babies.
I almost think some of that guitar, if you made it pluckier,
Yeah.
made it brighter, I don't think it'd feel so out of place. I
No.
think it'd actually accentuate the song a little bit. So you could either go less with it, or you can pull it up a little bit and see if it fits.
There needs to be a guitar there
Like a
or,
rhythm
or
guitar.
something there. What's being played right now is not it. That's all I think I was
Sure.
finding. It definitely needs some fill, you know, when you pull that out, because otherwise it's just bass and the one guitar. You wanna accent and bring some things in, but that's the only thing
I don't know if I even played any guitars to this. I think
you
the
played
ones
the main one.
I don't know. I think that's you.
Maybe.
Fight.
I don't know. If I played it, that one's good.
Oh, I probably played it then.
But the rest of them, I recognized just the style of them, and I was like,
Yeah.
those don't fit with this song. Those got to go away.
This
But
is a
good
song.
song.
Where I would like to, instead of you self-harmonizing, hear a harmony with another voice.
if this was like a big time studio,
Yeah.
and Wade was off going away and he's on vacation, and you were coming in with the production team, you're probably going to bring in a gang to do backing vocals at the "It's a Hard World, It's True"
Yeah,
part.
probably.
Right, the big part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
It'd
Why
be
didn't
pretty
you do
cool.
that,
It's
Wade?
pretty big.
Why didn't I?
Yeah, why didn't you do that?
He doesn't go on vacation.
That's true. He doesn't like to go anywhere. Which actually brings me back to the there's no point in going outside, which brings us back to a past episode. Was this the origins of negative fun?
Right.
No, actually, this song, obviously, I have the 2 points of view. This whole bridge, I'll just sit here alone. I actually didn't write this about myself. It's kind of a combination of a couple people that I know who are even worse than I am when it comes to
Like me last episode.
right.
Oh, you were there? I didn't even think you were
So
in there.
I'm actually
made the cut.
the voice of optimism in this song. I feel
Can you prove it?
my
You're describing that you're sympathetic.
right.
Yeah.
So you've got the one voice who says, "I know how it feels," and trying to help out this other person, and then
Correct,
this bridge part is the
Their version.
their what they feel
Yeah.
inside, and
Only-
you're trying to coax them into. You know,
I got that out
Yeah.
of this song. Like you're just saying, hey man,
it's
like
pretty straightforward that that's what it's
Yeah.
what it is.
it's really good.
I liked the second half of the bridge more than I liked the first half of the bridge.
Same with me.
Except for when I say, "I'm on my knee."
Change that.
That's fucking good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
horrible.
change that. I don't know what you were doing.
I don't
but
either.
The other part, the wasting our time with you between the beginning, something with the transition,
Which part?
in between that bridge and the part right before it.
Oh, we
Right
don't mind
when you
right
just
there.
go, I'll just sit here alone. Right before that, that kind of slaps you a little too hard.
There's a slowdown. And
Yeah, so I think just work on the blending
transition
those.
there.
Yeah, because originally, like when it first comes in, I'm like, I don't know, but then I love the part.
It's got a weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I think it's me just swiping on the guitar strings.
Playing DJ Tom Morello.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what it was.
All right.
Me playing Tom Morello style.
Okay, good. So
On the keys. And I don't know. That could probably go.
Yeah. But all in all, I don't know what the fuck your problem was with this song.
Really?
you like it?
Yeah,
right?
I do like it.
Yeah, I think it deserves a life for sure.
Another thing I really don't like is the end. I don't think the tagline for the song, I don't think is strong enough. I think I need to rework
You
that,
mean the-
rewrite
the-
it.
the words?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, do what you want with the words. I think the parts are good.
Yeah. I think that the outro's not so good.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of noise.
Yeah.
Oh, the very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
end.
yeah,
I think
very,
I think
very
that's probably just it was never faded out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't finish
It's
it. I was like,
not
fuck
edited.
this song, I'm done.
It's not clean, so we probably just left
Yeah.
the brick on the keyboard for too long.
Right.
Whatever happened there.
Yeah, that would probably just get faded out. I think
Yeah.
that's just a case of.
But this is going to be an interesting one to follow because I think it'll be fun to see what you do with it, or if you want to get together, we can mess with it.
yeah, I'm not even sure. I know I need to like rebuild the drums completely. I don't know if I'm gonna like re-record this completely.
Yeah, and it's hard because you're not passionate about it, so it's not something you're gonna put.
Right.
You're not gonna want to put good creative energy into completely rehashing something.
Well,
you
I'm
don't
in it
love.
now. If I'm committed to
You
doing
have to
it
do
now.
it. You have to do it, but it's gonna. That's
At one
that's
point-
the hardest thing to do is to finish
Yeah.
something you don't love doing.
At one point, I did believe in this song, and I do really like the "I Know How It Feels" part, and I like when the song drops back down to that in certain
Yeah,
points.
yeah. I think it's got
legs.
great legs. Great legs.
Why'd you just wink?
This just turned into a Rod Stewart podcast.
Great legs. I love you, honey.
I'm sorry, Rod Stewart and listeners. That's the best I could
It's
do.
got legs. All right. Sorry about all that.
Yeah. So you think, like structure-wise, that this is in good
It's
shape?
gold.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
I
golden.
do.
It's
Yes.
I was hoping that there would be a lot more. Honestly,
well,
You're
for
like,
feedback on it.
yeah, to do this. Do
Like
that.
I said, I don't. I think all you wanna do is just structure the rest of the songs and to complement what's already going on with the vocals. So take out the bullshit and put in some good, ambient kind of background shit.
Do some good shit in
Yeah,
there.
just put some
Yeah,
good,
take out the shit that doesn't work.
Let me give you a nickel's worth of free advice. Take out the bullshit and put in some good shit. Real simple.
I think we could now have a 30-second podcast from here on out.
It's pretty good.
Now we listen to the song.
Hey,
We do that.
everybody, welcome to the new show. It's called Pretty Good. We decide if a song is pretty good or not. What'd you think? Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was pretty good.
It could be pretty
It
good,
could be pretty good. Could be pretty good.
but you got to put in more good stuff.
Yeah. Tune in next week. Find out if we're pretty good.
Another thing you should fix: your face.
Yeah. You're just looking at you while this thing was playing.
Your big dumb
It
face.
disgusts me.
So, okay, I'm going to first map out drums and then decide
Yeah, I think that's your starting point.
to create a
Tempo-wise,
tempo
you mean?
map to what's already there,
Yeah.
and then I can lay down some new drums.
Yep.
And it really needs a bass, like a rhythm bass guitar, not a bass guitar, but it needs a bass of rhythm guitar. If That makes sense.
Yes. It doesn't have that, but I think, again, you want to work backwards from what's going on with the vocals
'Cause
and
I
just
know-
complement certain parts.
I remember now building this song. I pretty much did the drums and bass, and then laid synths down, and that's what I did in vocals.
and then I
think
came
you
over and
in
tried to noodle in some fucking guitars and
yeah,
ruined it.
basically.
Yeah. And now I'm sitting here going, it's really garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No, it's good, but other than the guitars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
But anyway.
don't have Brad play on the guitars.
I know he's ruined my
No
career
taste.
already.
Plan A. Plan A. Yeah. Take care of your own shit. But
I'm
anyway,
surprised,
that's
I'm surprised that you guys liked the vocals, especially those big parts. I don't know.
I mean, they can be improved upon.
Yeah,
By that, I don't mean just cut them out and sing them the exact same way and hope
Right.
for a better take. I mean, add thickness to them, add harmonies to them.
Okay.
They could probably be better in that regard.
Yeah, I think they need a second
Voice. with
second
them.
voice, and maybe not a literal voice, though that'd be nice if we could try it, but needs a second voice.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I hear like a
Some harmonies.
Yeah, harmony or a complementary voice, I think is like what you're alluding to,
Yeah.
right? So something like that would definitely bring that. That's the part that you're like, ooh,
Mhm.
it's kind of an ooh part.
Yeah, you're forgetting that Brad and I are sometimes suckers for big,
Yeah.
cheesy parts.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably, if you got Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young,
Oh, they're not getting back together. How many livers are in Crosby, Stills, Nash,
2.5
and Young these days?
2.5 livers.
All right, so I will rework this song. This is
It's-
going to be
it's
kind
your-
of fun
it's-
to see what I can do with it.
You got
I didn't hear
hell
that
of
you
a-
meant that.
You got a hell of a start. You got a hell of a start here.
It's gonna be fun.
Just keep the
So
noodly
fun.
guitar guy away from the studio while you're doing it.
All right, guess it's time to jump into the time machine. Set course. To the future! Okay, welcome back, BSers. We are in the future to talk about I Know How It Feels, a song that I was not happy with, didn't really care for, was going to let die. Brad convinced me to work on it, and I did. But we're going to do a quick recap because it's been a while. This is something that we'll probably just fast forward, but we're going to listen to the song as it were before we get going. I know how it feels to think things will never change.
They need more theremin.
Okay, so there's our little recap.
Right on. I always forget how much I like this song.
Really?
Always.
Well, you're the reason that I
know.
Worked on it
And it was
again.
probably because we were listening to it together, and it's less about the lyrics and just more about like the inflection of it.
Well, now I'm hoping I didn't ruin it.
Well,
So
let's
you'll be a
find
really
out.
good judge of
I
that.
feel like
well.
I owe you an apology too, and this isn't a comment on the song at all. I barely remember listening to this.
Yeah.
Like I was somewhere else apparently. I have notes,
Yeah, it's
but it's a good song.
I always forget about it.
Well, I changed it a lot because I was not happy with it. Brad, your main comment on our last visit of this song was a lot of those guitars needed to
Yeah, it was busy.
get going.
Yeah, it was busy.
Those are your guitars too.
Yeah, and I'm good with them gone.
So I think maybe we'll listen to it, the new version, and then I can tell you about all the stuff I did.
Okay.
Does that make more sense
Absolutely,
than going
yeah.
over that first?
Forward to that. So
Okay, so we want to jump right in, or is there anybody else want to say anything about it?
no, I just wanted to recap that because like
Yeah, I'm glad we
like I
did.
said, like sitting down, I could barely remember what it was, and
Right.
then now I'm like, yeah, I love this song. And like I said, it's not
I really disliked it.
well, it's not like it speaks to me lyrically or anything. Like it's about the same kind of stuff you always write about. It's just
Yeah.
like, sometimes a certain note makes you feel a way, like a certain.
This was
thing,
one where
and
there
this
was
is what
always
this
parts of
does.
it I really liked, and at one point I really believed in it and
Yeah.
was into it. But
But
then
you got it pretty
kinda
far
lost
before
it.
you gave up on it.
Yeah.
and doing this re-edit was, I mean, that's the whole reason we're doing this podcast. And the first half of me doing it, I was like, I'm not really into it because I don't care for this song. But after I got rolling, it was like
Grab me
great
again.
Get
a
sucked
great
back in.
experience
Yeah.
to revamp this song and now turn it into something that I think I like more.
Yeah.
So
Let's
Thank
give
you for
a
that.
listen. No, let's
appreciate
give
it.
a listen.
all right, I'm gonna unmute this.
I'm gonna turn this down.
Here we go. I know how it feels to think things will never change. I mean, how could such hopeless thoughts ever pass or be rearranged? It's a hard world, yeah, it's true. With all the talk, orders fall through. Sometimes when it all comes crashing down, you think you're all alone, but you've got to look around. Sweet old mind, wasting our time with you. We don't mind wasting our time with you. I know that it's cruel for things to be this way.
wasting our time with you. We don't mind wasting our time with you. I'll just sit here alone, get away. There's no point going outside anyway. I'm not feeling so well. I got too much to do. I put out all the lights to keep my secrets from you. I'm alone. I feel ashamed. I'm on my knees. I've lost my way. But I know how it feels to think things will never change. I mean, how could such hopeless thoughts ever pass or be rearranged? And it's a hard world, it's true. But there is help to make it through.
All right. So, Brad, last episode we talked about how it's hard for you sometimes to process when things are a lot different. And some of your face maybe said that during the beginning of that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm curious to say what
without
you
a doubt.
or hear what you have to say.
You made some edits. The first negative that I had, which I think gets canceled for a reason I'll explain, but the
Always start with the negative. That's
Right.
the way you give good
Hey,
feedback.
hang on. No.
Can I try and guess what you're going to say?
Yes.
You missed the big vocal at the beginning, but I saved it for the end, and I think
Correct.
it's more effective that
And
way.
it corrected itself.
Okay.
Like I wrote it down as it was going. I said I like first melody better, right? But you were just saving it. You just put it in
Yep.
the bank for later,
I did.
where you needed it. One of the things I was talking about, like with the inflection and like the thing that maybe gets like tingly with me. One of the things that did it before though, and it does it later, was the hard world. The way you sing
Okay,
that,
yeah.
like it's a hard world.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's funny you said that.
I love that. If you were to play it on a piano, it would probably have the same effect just because of how it's coming out, the audio of it.
That's my favorite part of the song. And I actually had a little bit of a different reaction than you. I think in the original version, the final time he goes into the hard world lyric, I think the original version had a little more gravity. The guitars bring it up more here.
In this one, yeah, it didn't have those.
Yeah, but the vocals seemed more impactful, maybe because those guitars weren't there to me in the original version. But I think it still works.
Yeah.
So I re-recorded those vocals because the originals were not really in tune.
But
It
I,
bothered me.
to your point, I'll probably need more time just to assess whether A or B is better. I just I know specifically what I liked about A.
Yeah, and I'm not opposed to still working on
and
this.
I love that.
Because really, I'm curious for your opinion, because you're the one that
Yeah,
really believed
but
in this
that was
song more than me.
the-
So
the-
I want to
the-
know what was working.
The two big feels parts for me, like I said, is the verse, the way you sing. Like I know how it feels to think things will never change, and
Those I believe are the same.
they seem like the.
I
probably
re-recorded
re-sang
some
them, yeah.
vocals, but some of them are
Those
the
seem
same.
the same, or if you redid them, you sang them the same, just maybe
Yeah.
better.
Did you re-record the chorus?
Nope.
No?
Or which part?
Because we don't mind.
Yeah, because we don't mind. Is that the chorus? That's what I love.
Yeah,
is the
I did
chorus.
not re-record that.
I love that part.
Yeah, me too.
So the other negative that I had on the other song was the blend between the second chorus and I guess your bridge, which you did some bells and whistles in there on this version that work,
Yeah.
some transitional stuff.
I dumped the stupid.
Yeah.
the weird thing.
Yeah.
And then I added all new guitars.
Yeah. So and the guitars through that whole part are way better than what I did, especially the latter part of that bridge. They're like back there getting messy. You have like 3 or 4 going on doing different stuff, it seems like.
In the new one?
Yeah. And I liked it.
I had 2 guitars, but then I did some crazy
Effectage.
I found some weird plugins and just was like, I just want this to be. This is the part of the song that is from a different perspective.
Yeah.
That part of the song is from the perspective of the person who's being talked to during the rest of the song. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. Like,
Okay.
yes, it's a conversation
Yes.
that you're having. But I love that. I love the outro of that part too, which was an issue for me in the first version.
Mm-hmm.
So like you did more affecting kind of
The
stuff.
vocals are the same throughout that, but all the instrumentation,
which was good.
is new.
Undecided. Hang on. I have good, possibly great guitar solo naturally.
Okay.
I
So
think,
you'll notice I cut the lyrics out of the end of there. The last lyrics, which I didn't really.
and that's where
I don't
was,
think they needed it because
No, that's where I was going. Is I wasn't sure if I miss them or not. Did you miss them?
I was just shocked by the solo at the end. Literally shocked. Like I think I looked over it
By the sound of it?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was good.
is that good or bad?
I don't know, actually.
So it's a weird place for a solo. It's the end of the song.
I don't think
But-
it's that weird.
I thought the lyric to pin the song up was "There's help to make it through." You know, it's a hard world, it's true, but there's help to make it through.
That's the
I
thing.
didn't think I needed any lyrics after that.
Oh,
That-
yeah,
that kind
I
of pins
agree.
it up.
I agree
So
with you.
I didn't like what was there before, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to get rid of them, and then I was like, well, I have this empty space.
Yeah.
Let's do a
I mean,
let's do a solo.
the only thing that you were probably my face probably couldn't hide was just the hard
the beginning, yeah.
hard world. I missed it,
Uh-huh.
but it's like if I didn't know it wasn't always that way, would I miss it? I
Right.
don't know because I get it later. So what's better? It's really your
I
call.
think you're gonna
I
have
mean,
to listen
yeah,
a
a
few more
couple
times and
times
get back
and-
with me.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'd like to give it a few more
Yeah,
spins.
didn't lose any of its weight. Like
Nope.
it's still a really good song, like a great song. I love this song.
You guys, how do you feel about getting technical?
Do we have to?
No.
No, let's do it.
You guys mind if I step out for like 1 or 2 hours?
Patrick, could you turn your headphones down, please?
I was never
Go
good
sit
at
in the
math.
corner. Yeah, I did a lot of edits to this, and I wrote some of them down. So when we were listening to the recap, you saw me reach over to Patrick. Hey, can you grab me this thing
Yeah,
out of the
Patrick
drawer?
was listening to the shit out of that recap with his
Right.
headphones around his neck.
I was like, don't listen to this version. So I had him get the notes because I was writing some of the stuff down as I went along. So clearly, new drums.
Yeah.
The other ones sounded like they were done on a bucket or something. They're horrible.
Outside Comerica
Yeah.
Park, you got
Yeah.
that guy.
I actually like the beat during the "I know how it feels," so I recreated that one I went in and actually
Mapped it.
mapped it by hand with our drum program, so it matches up pretty closely with what was there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of it, they're all new drums.
You could feel that, but it wasn't a bad thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
They
it was
just,
good-
but
it was a
before
good
they
thing.
were they were noticeably
bullshit.
bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now
Like,
they're just drums.
yeah, it's good.
Which is better to not notice.
Always better. Yes.
I trashed all the background vocals that I had in there. There was a lot of like ooh, that
Mm-hmm.
were out of tune, and they just didn't sound good. Instead, I brought the keyboards up,
Mm-hmm.
which were already doing that, but in the original one were tucked farther down.
Didn't miss the vocals being gone.
So that's how I remedied that. I tuned some of the vocals that were there because they were off. And that's something that always bugged me about it. And now I'm thinking maybe I should go back and just re-record the rest of them.
That's your call.
Because I, did
don't-
notice some of
performance
the new
issues.
vocals sounding just better because I'm probably using a different microphone and they sound a little
I
different.
always have a hard time doing that. Like if I have to re-record a section, I just have to do the whole damn
Right.
thing. I
Yes.
can never get them to blend
So
well.
right now, this is
it's a blend.
it's a blend of those
Yeah.
old ones and the new ones. So I don't know. It might be worth. me
I've
just
always
redoing
wondered though,
them.
like if other people hear it, because I didn't necessarily hear that, but you probably heard
I
it
did,
pretty
yeah.
loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. What else did I do? I also trashed a lot of the guitars that were in the original,
Yeah.
but I did keep some stuff.
I
There's
noticed
a
a
few
couple,
elements that
yep.
I did keep, and I just kind of got them all on 2 tracks to deal with.
Yeah.
And
That was a good call, because I think, remind me, when you wrote it, but this is one of the ones that like we would just get together and we would play on it and stuff. I think we did a lot of the music for this thing first, didn't we?
oh yeah, probably.
Right. So I mean, so some of those guitars, they probably
Were
stayed in
before the
there, but
words.
with the lyrics and shit, like
Right.
they just had to go away.
Yeah, it was really busy.
Yeah.
So I cut most of those out, and I kept a few in certain spots, which you can pick out now if you listen to them. But then re-recorded brand new guitars for the entire song. During most of the verse parts, I'm just following the bass line because I really like the bass line of this song.
Yeah.
So I just kind of followed that. And then obviously during that bridge part, put all new guitars. And it's a lot of pig nose, amp,
The kazooster.
overdriven. Yep. And it just seems to drive it better.
What's going to happen when that pig nose dies? This whole thing's going to have to be folded up. Or
Yeah,
you
we'll stop.
pack
Something's
it
going
up.
to have to happen.
Yeah.
No, somebody's going to make a kazoo transistor. I mean, they just got to get it together.
You know what I need to do? We need to get a hold of a company to model this amp.
We do.
Right.
And
There
emulate it.
Yeah, and just plug-in style.
Yeah.
Or just have like an aux
So if
track.
you work
that
for-
adds kazoo, like kazoo style hum
You
to
work
everything.
for Pig Nose or like Universal Audio or somebody who emulates real vintage gear,
Yeah,
send us a message
we
at
got one.
bs at
We got a job
belongingsongs.com.
for you.
We should model this amp because it's great. So back to the technical. The only other note I had written down was the mix or the session was a mess before. So, and there were so many tracks and stuff and clips and audio files that I consolidated everything down to a more manageable session and then exported all that stuff out to its own brand new session and basically started over.
That probably has a lot to do with
Just
the way we worked
yeah.
when we get together. Like it's just new track.
Oh,
Go, new track.
there was all
go,
sorts
new
of
track,
things.
go.
Like, why are these 8 guitars on 8 different tracks when it's all the same guitar that should be on one track?
Well, we were just trying sounds, but they would always be new tracks. We used to no problem to have 45 sitting in there. Like,
We've talked about this as the Butch Vig approach.
yeah, right.
More tracks is better.
More tracks.
But like I said before, I initially didn't care about this song, and now it's to a point where I like it, and I'm just not afraid to like put it out there. Where do you think it stands as far as being finished? Or is this something we should, next time we get together, we put this on a shelf, you listen to it a few times?
That's what I think it needs. It might just need. It might be done. We just don't know it
Or
yet. but-
between now and then, you let me know.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done, we'll jump back into this episode, say goodbye
Yep.
to the listeners, put a button on it, a
Boom,
bow
done.
on it.
Yeah.
If not, the next time we jump in here, I will have done those revisions.
Yeah.
So
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I mean, Patrick, do you see? Is there anything major that you immediately see?
I don't think so. I need to, like I said
Digest
at the
it.
beginning of this, I really, honest to God, forgot about 90% of the song between our last session.
that's a
and
good
now.
sign if it's that forgettable.
Yeah, that's,
No, and I said it's nothing
Wade
against the
was right.
song.
Maybe you were right, and we should have fucked with it.
Jesus Christ.
And- come on
And-
back. Come on back, Pat. Oh.
Go talk to Uncle Dave. Anybody talk to Uncle Dave?
Is he
I
around?
haven't heard from him
Is he
since
around?
Christmas.
He went on a cruise. I think he was.
Oh, did he really?
quarantined.
Got caught up in the coral?
Yeah. So the
No, nothing
coronavirus
immediately.
is
I just need
delicious.
to familiarize myself with it more, which means 6 or 7 more listens.
Okay, so we're
Agreed.
going to blast off then to the
So your
future.
plan. Let's go. You guys ready to get in? Mm-hmm. Let's get in.
Set course.
To the future!
Okay, we're back. Back to the future. And it's a little weird because we started recording this episode many months ago. The world was a normal place.
We could still touch each other.
We could still be in the same room together. We are doing our test run right now of remote recording. We're all at our own houses, and we've got a session coming up next week this episode gave us an opportunity to jump back in and test out our remote recording capabilities. So here we are. Guys, how are you surviving the pandemic?
We're getting through it. Hopefully everything's normal by now.
Yeah.
For the listener. Let's just hope everything's backing up
To
and
the
running.
future!
Yeah,
God bless
maybe we
the
should just get
future.
back in the time machine, blast off to where shit's normal, then we can come back and let everybody know.
Are you telling me we have a time machine?
Fucking
We're not
Rufus is
using it
dead.
right now.
Oh man, I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
It's just a bizarre place right now. Good news is, got toilet paper,
Right. Okay.
got hamburger buns,
Good.
got cases of LaCroix.
Oh God,
key.
I'm so envious of that.
Unbelievable amounts. I'll sell you some for
So
20
envious.
bucks a can.
Yeah. Oh God, all I do is I shake my water and try to make bubbles in it.
Yeah. Here's the problem, Brad. I've got a lot of orange. You guys shit on the orange.
Oh God, of course you would
Brad
have
to
orange
kill
in
for
the
an orange right
apocalypse.
now.
I've got pamplemousse coming out of my eyeballs too.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one right there. I have a severe case of allergies, which is great right around now.
Oh
You
yeah, that's
walk
good
around
time.
with- Yeah, you walk around with nothing but a dry cough. That's encouraging for people. I have a lot of friends right now.
Oh boy.
The hardware stores, your neck of the woods, sold out of pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, oh yeah. We have a lot of food, but we're all out of ammo. And
Well, I'm glad you guys are surviving. Okay.
Hope our listeners are doing good too.
Yeah. Yes. Hope you're all safe out there, BSers. So the last time we left this episode, you guys had just heard the revamped version of this song, I Know How It Feels, and needed to listen a few more times before deciding if I needed to revise it, change anything. So what do you think?
So I listened quite a few times to this song after we left off. I think it's done. I really like where it's at.
Okay. Brad shaking his head,
nodding his head.
nodding his head. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes,
we have
I
to
am.
figure out how not to talk over each other with a little bit of lag, too.
I agree with Patrick. They hit the mark pretty well.
When we listened to it the first time, you were thrown off a bit because I changed a lot of the vocals. You really wanted to listen more to see if you could get used to the new ones. Clearly, that happened.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
You brought it down, right?
Mhm.
And you just kind of were waiting to escalate the vocal.
Yeah.
And I happen to really like that part. I think it works out really well the way you did it once I took myself out of it and having never heard, putting myself in a fresh listener's shoes, like, have you never heard it before? We've talked
Right.
about that before.
Yeah.
So like, if I'd never heard it before, when that part does come around, it has so much more weight than just coming right out with it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally. I think it's a really good song.
Awesome. Yeah, and it was a really good experience to do because I didn't like this song to begin with, and it has inspired me to now go back and look at some other things, some other songs that I've had that maybe I'd given up on or I've just been sitting around for a long time, and look at them a little differently and like, what can I do to get them where I want them? So I thank you, Brad, for pushing me to work on this again. I think it turned out good.
Yeah, we're even now. You did one for me. I did one for you.
Should we just quit while we're ahead?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just throw out all the old stuff. It's only new from here.
All right, well, BSers, thank you for listening. This has been a really fun experience.
I do want to say something too that I was talking to Brad about when you were out trying to find another jack for your headphones, since you seem to be breaking them today. Frickin' pajamas, man.
Okay.
When we left that episode, which relative to when we were recording this it aired a week ago, I talked about singing it in the shower.
Yep.
And how I would be singing in the shower. I've been singing it every goddamn time I put on sweatpants.
I believe I actually said in that episode, my hope for this song is that in a month, you guys come back to me and go like, fine, I like it.
And It's so damn catchy. In fact, I think I used the hashtag catchy AF for my Instagram post on that because I can't get it out of my head.
Oh, good.
Both parts.
I don't know if that's necessarily makes it a better song, but it is catchy. So, how did
We
I just get
expressed that
texts from you
before.
guys?
I don't know.
I don't know because I didn't send it. Are we getting ghost texts from the future?
I just got 2 texts from Patrick.
What do they say?
Yeah, what do
Be
they
there
say?
Be there in a second, and where my dog's at.
That was me. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's from you. Yeah.
So,
How about
yeah.
Be there in a second was for me, but that was
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it just came
A long
through for
time
me.
ago. Right on. So yeah, Wade's got the best self-service then out of all this.
Like we said, we're experimenting with this. So far, so good, hopefully. So BSers, audio quality might be down for a few weeks, or we don't really know. We hope by the time these episodes are coming out that the world is looking back to how it used to before this pandemic hit. But we're going to try our best to keep bringing you uninterrupted content by recording online like this and just moving forward the best we can. We sincerely hope that you are all safe and doing well, and we thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast if you enjoy listening to us each week. And check us out on Instagram. We're spending even more time there that we're kind of all in isolation. So just search Belonging Songs on Instagram. We're getting silly there. And check out our website, belongingsongs.com. There you can reach out, send us a message. Our email is bs@belongingsongs.com. Please, everyone, be kind to each other in these tough times. Guys, you want to say anything else before we jump out of this one?
No, just thanks again, guys. Stay safe out there.
All right.
I repeat that and just say, hey, your friends are probably bored too. So make sure you tell them about all the good podcasts you're listening to.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you again here next week.
Yeah, it's good. Boom, done. Next.